Rap number 3, swallowed. The Lord told Jonah, go to Nineveh and preach, but instead he ran to Joppa to hop a ship to Tarshish. He knew that God is merciful. It got him annoyed because he wanted that Assyrian city destroyed. He might have paid for his fare, any silver or gold, went down into the ship and fell asleep in the hold. God, not being too happy about Jonah refusing, was not about to let him have an easy time cruising. Jonah must have been out of his gourd. I mean, where you going to run when you try ducking the Lord? His hands around the universe. It's there in the hollow. Without him, there's too many ways that you could be swallowed. While Jonah was below deck peacefully sleeping, God sent him a tempest, had the wind and waves leaping. The mariners were scared of being dumped in the dip because the storm was coming so close to destroying the ship. Once they found that it was Jonah disobeying the Lord, they all took him and they quickly threw him overboard. He must have not been cooking his tater. I mean, how's it even possible to duck the Creator? Out at sea or on the water where there ain't no way shallow, giant fish came swimming by and Jonah got swallowed. He must have felt like fish bait with his nerves turned to jelly 3 long days and nights inside a big fish's belly. He was probably pretty certain pretty soon he'd be dead. With the darkness and the pressure and the weeds around his head, he prayed for his salvation and a helping hand. Fish caught them up so close that he was right on dry land. He finally got it through his stubborn skull. Your chances of dodging the Almighty, oh no, you better answer when the good Lord gives you a holler. Without him, there's too many ways that we could be swallowed. Now, the city of Nineveh is a mighty big town. It'll take you 3 days to walk all the way around. Jonah walked about a day once he got off the beach, and when he got into the cities, when he started to preach, he told them all they should repent and change their evil ways. Their pretty city's going to be destroyed in 40 more days. What happened next is what he least expected. Everybody from the king on down repented. Putting on sackcloth and ashes, they cried and prayed for mercy. Jonah was fit to be tied. The great mercy of the Lord had him hot under the collar. It was by his own hatred that Jonah got swallowed. He might have gritted his teeth. His gut was probably queasy. He couldn't fathom that the Lord would let him off that easy. So he built himself a booth a good way from the town, sat and waited for the Lord to come and bring it on down. Eastern Nineveh to see it in the setting sun, a ringside seat to see how God would get the job done. There was a gourd in the ground right next to his shelter. God put it there so Jonah could avoid the sun's swelter. Grew up into a plant overnight, providing shade, making Jonah very happy with the cover God made. But a worm sucked it dry, the wind blew it away. Poor fella didn't even have it more than a day. But then a gourd with a worm could never be that solid. Once again, by his temper, poor Jonah got swallowed. Griping at the Lord, wishing that he was dead, God asked him, do you think you're right for seeing red? And why is it that you're so mad about a gourd that you pity when you wanted me to take out that entire city with 120,000 that don't know left from right, and that gourd that gave you shade grew up in one single night? God proved his point to Jonah. He should always be followed. Only he can get us out of it whenever we're swallowed.